winter? Come try to make my hands dry. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Casey and I like to talk about fitness and beauty and a few things in between. So if that sounds like something you'd be into, please hit that subscribe button and keep on watching. So today I'm going to be talking about all of my favorite fall things, all things fall. I've got things here, all kinds of beauty products here on this side, and over here I have candles and just like smelly stuff for the home. I have one piece of clothing here that I'm going to share with you, a few books, podcasts, a workout program that I've been doing. So it's going to be a combination of things that I've just been really into lately, but mostly it's going to focus on things for fall. So I hope that interests you because I'm super excited to talk about this. I love talking about things that I like, and I like talking about it, I like sharing about it.
I just want to yell it out to the world and tell everyone how wonderful all these things are.
So let's just get started because I have a lot of stuff here. All right, so first I'm going to talk about my non-product products. The first one being this fitness program that I've been doing. So I follow a girl named Britt Phelps on Instagram. I've been following her for quite some time. She started with just doing workouts at home, mostly using equipment that she had there. She offered a lot of home workout programs. She did videos on YouTube. And then over the past year or two, her and her boyfriend, they do training, group training, one-on-one trainings, and then they also offer their trainings online through Instagram and through their website and whatnot. So at the beginning of September, they started a new workout program, a 4-week program that's going to be focused on building muscle. And so I purchased it. It was $20, and I have been doing that for the past 3 weeks. I'm going on week 4 today, and I've just been really liking it. I am a personal trainer, and for the most part, I do enjoy writing my own programs, but at the same time, like, I feel like I almost get too involved and too analytical with my programs to the point where it's not fun for me anymore. But I also really like trying other personal training programs from other people because I always learn something new, and it's just fun to take the brain work out of it, I guess. So anyway, I have been doing their new 4-week program. I have it printed out here. I have been starving the past couple of weeks, so to me that tells me that something is happening, something is working. I've just been really enjoying it. Highly recommend checking out their Instagram just for motivation, inspiration. They do post a lot of workout ideas and exercise ideas on their Instagram, and then they also offer their own fitness programs, and they're always very affordable, so highly recommend checking them out. I just want to mention a few podcasts that I've been into lately. The first one being, well, this one I actually discovered last year, but now that it's spooky season again, I plan on going back and re-listening to the episodes. So it was a podcast mini-series of 10 episodes. The show is called Full Body Chills by Ashley Flowers. Ashley Flowers also does the Crime Junkie podcast and also the Supernatural podcast. I think she does Very Presidential now. But if you have ever listened to any of her podcasts, you will know that she is an outstanding storyteller. So anyway, this series that she did, Full Body Chills, like I said, it was a 10-episode mini-series. Each episode is 10-15 minutes long, and each one is just a fictional spooky story, and she just does a really good job of giving you the chills. And with it being Halloween season here right around the corner, it's just, if you're into that kind of stuff, I highly recommend you check out that podcast. So the other one that I wanted to mention by her also, Supernatural. Each episode covers something supernatural. So it can be a ghost story, something about aliens. She does a lot of conspiracy theories and just fun supernatural type stuff. And again, she's an outstanding storyteller. So I highly recommend checking out any of her podcasts in general, but Full Body Chills and Supernatural. 'Tis the season for spooky, so check them out. If you are into makeup and or beauty podcasts, I recommend checking out Gloss Angeles. The hosts of Gloss Angeles are Kirby Johnson and Sarah Tan. They are obviously very knowledgeable when it comes to the beauty industry, and their dynamics together. It's just fun to listen to them. They are very open about things, and they're very, very honest about things, and they bring a lot of great product recommendations. They have a lot of really great guests. They had Selena Gomez on there when she launched her new beauty line, Rare Beauty. There are other beauty podcasts that I listen to that are much more educational, informational, and there's a time and place for those, but Gloss Angeles is one where I get a little bit of everything. I learn something, and it's also just a fun listen. Another one that I recommend is the Double Cleanse podcast by James and Robert Welsh. I also watch them on YouTube. They're both very knowledgeable. One of them is skincare, and the other one does makeup, and they're both so smart, and I learned so much from both of them. And then they created this podcast where It's hard to describe. I learn a lot from their podcast. They have a lot of great topics. They have guests once in a while. Their podcast isn't always focused on beauty. Like, I think their last one was about MLMs, actually. They're just fun, and their side banter and just like their personalities, and just, it's hard to explain. They're very like unorganized, but it's hilarious. Like, I always chuckle. I always laugh when I'm listening to them, just because of their relationship, their dynamic together, that they laugh, and it's just another fun listen. Another one just like Los Angeles, where I learn something and I also have a great time listening to their podcast. So recommend checking out Los Angeles and the Double Cleanse podcast if you like beauty podcasts. All right, I do have 2 book recommendations to share with you. I recently discovered the author Ruth Ware, and I read A Dark, Dark Night. That book was really good. It really reeled me in. I read it fairly quickly, actually, so I went and purchased a few other one of her books. The one that I'm currently working on is The Lying Game. I am almost halfway through. She does a really good job of creating a character, and she does just a really good job of just creating a suspenseful, thrilling story. So I highly recommend checking her out if you haven't. And then the other one, I believe both of these books are fairly old, so if you've read them, I apologize, but The Woman in the Window by A.J. Finn. This one I just started, and I will probably finish this one before The Lying Game. This one has just been, it's actually been hard for me to put down, and so far, so good. It's got like a little bit of mystery, like you don't totally know what's going on while you're reading it, but you kind of pick up on little things as you go, and it's cozy book reading season, so I had to mention 2 books that I've been into lately. All right, next let's get into some of these candles that I have here. I did talk about this in my summer favorites. It is the Better Homes and Gardens Lemongrass and Ginger candle. It is actually the candle that I am burning here behind me. I have a couple of these stocked up. They are super affordable. The throw is decent. It's just a warm, clean smell. If you don't like ginger, you're probably not going to like this because it is a bit spicy. I have tried other ginger candles, and they always seem to lean either too gingery or too citrusy, and this one just falls right in the middle. It's a perfect balance of clean with spice. It's just warm and inviting, and I really think that it's like a year-round candle. I was really loving it in the springtime because it was very light and again clean but homey smelling, and now with it being fall again, it just works. And then I also have it in a wax melt, and then I also have the bergamot and sage. Very good. It's just another clean, homey spa smell. It's just good. Since we're on the subject of wax melts, I just want to mention these other 2 scents that I really like. This first one here by the brand Darcy and David. It is their Velvet Tonka Bean scent. I get this at Hobby Lobby. So I would love to know if they sell this anywhere else. If you know, please, for goodness gracious sakes, please let me know. The Velvet Tonka Bean, it says it's warm tonka bean, spices, and musk, and it's probably my favorite scent. Again, another one that is perfect year-round. It's just the perfect, welcoming, homey smell. Like, it's fresh, it's delicious, and it's cozy. I have just 1 cube left because this is all that I have left. The last few times that I've gone in to repurchase more, they've been sold out, so I refuse to use the last one. I'm just like that. Like, whenever I have like 1 left of something, I won't use it. It's like a fear of running out. It's very annoying to my boyfriend. The other one I have is another Better Homes and Gardens. It is their Crisp Fall Leaves. It does say limited edition, but I feel like they bring this back every year. It's like a bundle of leaves times 10. It's sweet, it's spicy, it's cozy. Good. And this one, the throw is outstanding. I can smell this. I have it burning actually right now in my wax melter, and I can smell it all the way on the other side of my house in my office. So it's another good one that I really like. Next up, I'm going to talk about a few candles that I have purchased from Goose Creek Candle Company. I know I talked about them in my summer favorites video, so I'm excited to be talking about them again and to share a few of my fall favorite scents. The first one that I want to talk about is Toasty Hot Toddy. So the notes online say that this is rum, spiced pumpkin, molasses, maple, clove, toasted pecans, vanilla, warm butter, and cinnamon. It's more nutty and spicy in my opinion, like pecan pie glazed in rum. That would be my description. I also got this in a room spray, which is gone. So, and their candles, if you missed my video, their candles are very affordable. I think that Goose Creek Candle Company, in terms of quality, comes pretty close to Bath & Body Works candles, pretty close, but their prices are outstanding. I don't think I have paid more than $15 for any of their candles, and I have one of their big boys here. So with that being said, I recommend checking them out if you haven't. They've got all kinds of different scents. I was just on their website yesterday and it looked like they had a bunch of new fall candles out. The other one that I have here is Macintosh Apple, and it's just a classic apple scent, like fresh apples. That's really all that I can describe it as being. It's just really good, especially for being fall right now. It's just fresh. So from Goose Creek Candle Company, I have tried their candles and then also their room sprays. What was the other room spray that I got? I think it was the apple room spray actually, and I used that one up already, but I have Toasty Hot Toddy left, and I think I've got like a squirt left in there. I don't know that I would recommend their room sprays, especially compared to Bath & Body Works room sprays. These are both 1.5 ounces, and I just feel like I go through the Goose Creek candle ones really, really fast. Like I don't use room sprays a whole lot, mostly because I've got 2 dogs, and I don't know, I worry about putting too much scent and product in the air. But I don't use this a whole lot, but I sure seem to fly through this really, really quickly. I'm pretty sure I've had both of these the same amount of time, and I use this Bath & Body Works one way more, and I still have more product in this. I also don't think that the scent lasts quite as long as the Bath & Body Works one, so they're okay. I mean, I'm not going to completely diss on them, but I would say that I prefer Bath & Body Works room sprays better. Alright, so now I'm going to talk about, I got just a few Bath & Body Works products left here, mostly candles. This first one, I'm really torn. It is their Butterscotch Toffee candle. This candle is life-changing. I have never smelled a better candle in my entire life. The throw of this candle alone, even if you're sitting in the same room with this candle and it's unlit, you can smell it. If I have it lit, I can smell it in every room in my house. It is so good. There's nothing left in here, so I still have it though because I don't want to throw it away. And I went to reorder it and I can't find it on their website and I can't find it anywhere online. So the only reason why I'm mentioning it is because if by some grace they bring it back ever, whether it's this fall or next year in 5 years, pick it up. Don't question it. Get it. Get 2. Get yourself one. Get me one. Do it. Oh. So good, and I'm so sad that it's gone. Oh, it's like the perfect roasted marshmallow, but it's not sickeningly sweet. It still has that homey, cozy feel to it. smell to it. Oh my god, it's just so good. It is so good. Okay, next up, of course, I just have to talk about their leaves scent. It is probably my second favorite. It was my favorite until I discovered the Butterscotch Toffee, so this is now my second favorite candle from Bath & Body Works. The throw is pretty good. It's not as good as Butterscotch Toffee, but it's still good. So this is just the perfect ideal fall scent to me. So I'm just going to read the notes. It is crisp red apple, golden nectar, and warm clove spice. It's so warm and cozy. Just a classic go-to. Side note, yesterday while I was on the Goose Creek Candle Company looking at their new fall candles, their candle called Falling Leaves had a lot of the same note descriptions as the Bath & Body Works leaves. So I'm really curious to see how it compares to this candle, if it would be like a dupe. Because if it is, it's half the price of the Bath & Body Works leaves candles. Like I said, their candles are $15 or less. So one last Bath & Body Works scent that I want to talk about is their Vanilla Sage. So I do have it in a candle, in a hand soap, in a room spray. I've tried to be very mindful of having more neutral scents in the house, especially when it comes to hand soaps and candles. So this scent I find is very, very neutral. Actually, the room spray, when I first got it and sprayed the house, he came home and commented about how great it smelled in here. And to me, telling me that my house, that my space smells good is like one of the ultimate compliments. So for him to say that, I was like, oh, it meant so much to me. I'm going to read the notes according to the Bath & Body Works website. It is sage, pine needles, vanilla cream, and white lavender. I personally don't smell lavender. It's like a warm, musky vanilla. It's very neutral, not too feminine, not too manly, a little bit of spice, a little bit of sweet. Another one that I could see myself burning year-round, and it got Jason's stamp of approval. So I do have one clothing item that I am going to share with you, and I decided to not share some of my favorite sweatshirts with you because most of them are from Shein, and right now I'm currently working on filming some Shein try-on videos for you. So if you're interested in seeing my fall clothing recommendations, stay tuned and be sure to be on the lookout for those if they aren't already posted. But I do want to talk about these pajama pants. I did order these from Amazon and they seem to go out of stock a lot. If you are interested in these and you see that they're available, I highly recommend just ordering them. They're not very expensive. I think they're like $10 or $12. I will insert a picture so you can actually see what they look like. They're like leggings, but they're like a loose fit. They're not quite like joggers. I don't really know how to describe them. But anyway, it's a very thin cotton material, so they're very breathable, but they're so just slouchy and cozy. Let's see here. They say it's 95% cotton and 5% spandex. I got size medium. I did get 2 pairs. They're just the perfect cozy lounge around the house type pants. And I haven't opened this one yet because I just wanted to show you the cute little bag that they came in. Both pairs came in this really nice cloth bag with drawstrings, and it's like a decent bag. I plan on saving this one too, but I saved the other one and I'm gonna put, I don't know, Christmas presents in them, use them as gift bags or for storing like hair ties or hair bandanas or whatever. So anyway, I highly recommend these. They're very comfortable. All right, next up I have a few skincare products I just want to share with you. So the first one being, this is one that I use year round. I don't know if I talked about it in my summer favorites or not, but I do want to mention it again because with fall coming up, that means winter is right around the corner. That means
Dry Skin City.
And this product, the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Whipped Body Balm,
is incredible
and has kept my skin so soft. Even Jason, when I first got this and had been using it for a week or two, I was sitting on the couch in a pair of shorts and he put his hand on my leg and he's like, wow, your skin is really soft. And I don't have terribly dry skin. Like I feel that my skin is already fairly soft. So for him to make that compliment, I was like, oh my God, really? This is boyfriend approved. If it works well enough to have your boyfriend notice how soft and silky your skin is, I mean, that should be on the label. Boyfriend approved. But anyway, I've tried a couple products from this line. This one I keep coming back to. It's $5 or $6. I always get it on Amazon. It is 6.7 ounces, and my secret with this is I apply it immediately after getting out of the shower, and I apply it from neck down. And it just does a really good job of keeping your skin soft and hydrated. This usually lasts me like 2 months. I just love it and had to talk about it here. Next up, let's see. Well, I have always used oils on my skin, and I don't like to have a scented body care product. I would rather just use an oil or something like the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. I feel like that scent is light enough that I can't smell it on me. And so I have, for the most part, used either coconut oil or olive oil. And my issue with both of them has been that it leaves your skin very like greasy and heavy feeling. I tried grapeseed oil here over the summer and I find that I really like it. So grapeseed oil is much lighter and it doesn't fully absorb, but it absorbs well enough so that it doesn't feel like you are wearing an oil. Grapeseed oil is very gentle and safe for sensitive skin for most skin types. So if you are someone who uses oil on their body, I highly recommend checking out grapeseed oil. I use it on my face also. After I put on all of my skincare and any lotion that I'm putting on, I will put just literally a drop on my fingertips, dab it, and just kind of press it into my skin. And it just does a really good job of sealing in moisture. Do that all over your body. Again, you don't need a ton because it is an oil, so just a little bit, just a little dab will do ya. But yeah, and this brand Now Solutions is very affordable. I think this is like $12 or $13. I also use this to remove my makeup. I've really been liking it and I had to mention it. Next up, I have talked about this. I don't know if I talked about this in my summer favorites or not. I know I've talked about it many times on my Instagram. Last fall, around this time actually, I think I might do a whole video talking about this, so I won't go too in depth about it now, but for the most part, most of my life, I've always had good skin, and I don't want to take that for granted, ever. But last fall, I started to experience this weird breakout just on my forehead and just on this side of my face along my cheek here. It wasn't like your normal breakout. It was sort of like rash-like, but it still presented itself as like pimples, and my skin was incredibly irritated and itchy, and I have a couple ideas of what might have been going on. I'm still not 100% sure, and there were a couple of products that really helped me overcome whatever was going on and helped me get rid of the scars and the discoloration that remained after it all went away. But this was one of the products that really helped me kind of overcome it and help my skin feel soothed while it was healing. So it's the Derma E Vitamin E Cream. I get mine on Amazon. It is anywhere from $12 to $15 depending. and you get 4 ounces. This lasts me forever. You can use it on your face and or on your body. It is a cream, but it absorbs nicely into your skin. It doesn't feel heavy. So vitamin E is great for the skin because it is an antioxidant, which means it helps fight free radicals. It also helps to support wound healing and scar healing, and it helps protect the skin from further damage. It's also very soothing and calming. I don't have any credibility when it comes to skincare. I only know what I learned through my own research. I do know that some people can't tolerate vitamin E. I just want to mention that. If you have sensitive skin, maybe be careful. I don't know, but I just know that this cream, I've repurchased it now twice. I need to always have it in my skincare products just because it just does great things to my skin. My skin really responds nicely to it. So I love it, and again, it's very affordable. I really enjoy most of Derma E's products, but this is for sure my favorite. And the other product that I like for the very same reasons as the Derma E is the CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. So I think this is meant to be for your body, or is it for your face? I use this anyway on my face, and I just get the little travel size bottle. This is 1.89 fluid ounces, and this will last me forever because I only put just like a fingertip amount on my face, especially with winter coming up, with dry skin season right around the corner. This is incredible. This also really helped me last year and helping to heal my skin. It just did a good job of moisturizing without feeling heavy and without irritating my skin. And I do tend to have normal to dry skin, and especially living in Minnesota, as the temperature gets down there, I do tend to get to very dry and flaky. So if you have similar skin type to me and you are looking for a decent, affordable face cream, I recommend the CeraVe one, the Derma E one, both excellent in my opinion. This next one is expensive. I just purchased it during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale because it was half off. So it's the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream. This is 2 ounces, and it is normally $49 for this. I'm sorry, but I have never in my life ever found a brand or a line of products where I have wanted or have used like all the products within that line except this. So I use the face wash. I now use this with it, again, getting colder outside. I will be using this. Over the summer, I was using the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Gel, I believe, because I just wanted a lighter moisturizer. My skin just responds so well to this. I'm just going to read you the claims for this specific product. It's meant to be hydrating, firming, give you glowy skin, reduce the appearance of pores and discoloration, even your skin tone, reduce the appearance of wrinkles by making your skin appear smoother, and it's supposed to prevent signs of aging. So while I can't speak to all of those claims, I will just say that my skin responds so nicely to this, to all of the products, really. They feel great going on. I do feel like my skin looks smoother and glowier and softer. I've never had a bad reaction. I don't use this in the morning, the cream in the morning, because I do feel it is a little bit heavier. I use this specifically only at night. I really like this line of products. I think there's some controversy with this line because the ingredient lists are just a mile long and no one really understands why, but I really enjoy them. They've never caused me problems except for the price. That's the only sticky point. But like I said, I did get this in the 21 Days of Beauty sale, and I am so grateful. Okay, I've got 2 more skincare type items. The first one that I just want to talk about is this Aquaphor. It is the Aquaphor Advanced Therapy Healing Ointment. So I have this sitting on my nightstand, and I put this on my lips every night, and then I tend to get really dry right around my nostrils, which is really embarrassing because when it is dry and flaky, it kind of looks like boogers in there. So at night, if I have a dry nose, I will put a little bit on my finger and just kind of put it on the inside of my nose. I feel like that's a super old lady thing to do, but I do it. This to me works better than the Aquaphor lip treatment, the stuff that comes in the tube, because it is a healing ointment and because it's multi-purpose. I have really been liking this, and this was only like $2 or $3. It lasts me a fairly long time. I do also apply this if I have got like dry, cracked skin around my fingernails. I'll put a little bit of this on there, or maybe a cut or something on my hand, on my arm, whatever. This just does a really good job of locking in moisture. Go for the Aquaphor Healing Ointment, not the lip balm. Okay, the last skincare type product is kind of a combination here. So it's the Sally Hansen Vitamin E Nail and Cuticle Oil. So I was just looking for an oil to put on my nails at night to keep on my bedside so that when I put on my Aquaphor, I also do this at the same time. I've been really, really good. I have honestly been doing it every single night. I'm very proud of myself, and it shows. I've repurposed a lot of my skincare bottles, like the dropper bottles for stuff like this, but I wanted this one specifically because it had the brush. I didn't want a dropper. I wanted something that I could brush on my cuticles. So that's specifically why I purchased this product, because whether or not this was good, I wanted to repurpose this bottle. But with that being said, this product is decent. I would be curious to try another cuticle oil product similar to this, but for the price and for how long that I think this is going to last me, I recommend this. This was $5 or $6. I did get it on Amazon, though I know that they sell it at like Target or Walmart or Walgreens. Like I said, I've been using it every night. I just take a little bit and brush it along my nail. I don't re-dip every time. Pretty much one dip, pull it out, we'll do one hand, and then I'll dip it again, wipe it off, and do the other hand. And then I'll just massage it in. And for the most part, I think with it being having been summer, that was enough to keep my cuticles and my nails from getting dry and cracked. But I think with fall and winter coming up, that's not going to be quite enough. And so I recommend sealing it with a hand cream. So we just have this one. This I actually stole from Jason's bedside table. It is the Avon Moisture Therapy Intensive Healing and Repair Hand Cream. I do recommend using a thick hand cream. It doesn't have to be this one. It can be whatever you want. Put the oil on and then put a bunch of this in your hand, rub it all in to seal that oil in around your nails, and I think that will be the dream team in keeping my hands and my cuticles especially from cracking and getting hangnails here come this winter. So all right, I think all I have left here, I do have 2 perfumes. So the first perfume here is the Lucky perfume for women. I don't know that it's necessarily a fall scent, but for me, the scent reminds me of fall and is very nostalgic for me. So this was like the very first like real perfume that I used because my mom used it, and so she let me use it, and eventually she just bought me my own bottle. And every fall we would go school clothes shopping, and she would usually buy me a new bottle of perfume, which was usually this one. And so for that reason, this scent to me is very nostalgic. But do you have a specific perfume that when you wear it, you just, it just works with you? It just, something about it works with your body chemistry, and it just makes you smell really, really good. I find that to be true with this perfume for me. It may not be for everyone, but for me, this has just always kind of been like a classic go-to perfume, especially in the fall time. Again, like I said, with it being back to school, this scent just kind of brings me back, and to me is like my fall scent. So one other one, I do like to wear this year-round, but in the summer I tend to wear either more like of the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream, like that scent, or I tend to go with really sweet scents. So now with fall here, I like something a little bit warmer. So this is the Britney Spears Midnight Fantasy perfume. Before you judge me, don't. So I just want to read you the scent notes here. It is exotic framboise, black cherry, plum, night orchid, freesia, and iris, amber musk, vanilla, create a dark, warm trail. That doesn't really mean anything to me. To me, it's sweet with a dark, warm trail is really the only way that I can describe it. It's like a sexy, sweet, warm scent. If you've ever smelt any of Britney Spears' other perfumes, I do find them to be very sweet. This one is tolerable to me. For me, with it being fall again, I just find I want something a little bit warmer, a little bit more mysterious, sexy, and for me this is, I like it. Plus it's like super cheap. I think it's like less than $20. So, and this big old bottle is lasting me forever. All right, next I'm just gonna talk about a few nail polishes here. The first one here is the Essie Angora Cardi nail polish. It is just a very pretty mauve. It's actually what I have on my nails now. For me, it's just like a classic fall color, fall leaves. I also have the Essie Bed Rock and Roll. I actually just got this one, but it's along the same lines as the Angora Cardi, but it's a little bit rustier, a little bit warmer, a little bit more red. This one here was actually one of Essie's summer polishes. It is the Caftan. It's like a mustard brownish yellow. It's cool, it's unique, it's different, it's fun. This one is the Essie for the Twill of It. So this is really cool. It's like a metallic duochrome polish. I don't think it's gonna pick up very well on camera. It shifts from like an iridescent purple to a green to a silver. Another one that's like dark and mysterious and fun for fall and Halloween. Next up, I have 2 from Olive and June. This first one is shade LL. It's like a blackened metallic green. like a metallic blue-green. From far away, it appears to be black, but when you are up close, like if we're sitting here having a conversation, you could probably see the iridescence, the shift from green to dark blue to black. It's really cool. The second one that I have here is named CN, and it's just a brown, a matte brown. I mean, it dries glossy, but it's just a brown. There's no metallic or anything to it. This one is from Zoya. I love black nail polish, but this one especially I like because it's got a bunch of multi-dimensional glitter in there, some chunky, some small flecks, but I like that it is a black nail polish with glitter. It's not just a glitter polish, so I really like that. And then I've got two more here, both of these from Sally Hansen. This first one, the Sally Hansen Mega Strength in the shade Get Paid. It is a blue, but I just like, it's like a denim blue, like a dark denim blue, and it dries glossy, but it's just like a flat, there's no metallic or anything, and I think it just looks classy, and to me this is like a very beautiful fall shade. There's just something about it to me that screams fall. The Mega Strength specifically for Sally Hansen I find to be decent quality. I can't remember what the other type of nail polish she has, the ones that come in the skinnier, thinner bottles. Those ones to me seem to chip really quickly, but I find that the Mega Strength lasts a little bit longer. And the last one that I have here is the Sally Hansen Mega Strength in the shade Class Act. And to me, this is the perfect red. So you can't really see it here. I did swatch all of the nail polishes here, but it's this one here. And it's just like a gorgeous, bright cherry red. Like, it's very summery, actually. But for me, with fall, you can't help but want to put red on your fingers. And for me, my skin, especially the skin around my nails, tends to be very pink and red. And especially as it gets colder and my tan goes away, the redness is just more prominent. And then you go and put red nail polish on top of that, and it just enhances it. So to me, I don't really like wearing red nail polish, but I love wearing this color. To me, this is my perfect shade of red. It's not like a true red, it's got a little bit of pink in there. If you are wanting something that is still classy and red for the fall, but you still want to be kind of bright and cute, try this. I just have a few eyeshadow palettes to talk about, specifically eyeshadow palettes that I think are perfect for fall. I've got a few more expensive, higher end ones, and then also a few lower price, more affordable type ones. So I'll start with the more expensive ones. The first one is the Melt Cosmetics Rust palette. I have been dreaming about owning a Melt Cosmetics palette since I first discovered the brand, but I could never justify paying the price. I don't know what came over me to make me buy this. I mean, I don't regret buying it because it's just gorgeous, but it's also $58. Probably one of the most expensive eyeshadow palettes that I've ever purchased for myself. So the outside packaging is like this beautiful golden bronze color. It reminds me of leaves, and it's just all of the perfect fall tones in my opinion. I will definitely insert some swatches here for you. Let me just say that I have two Melt Cosmetics palettes I'm going to share with you, and I find their formula and the pigmentation to be some of the best that I've ever tried. I have mentioned in previous videos that I am on the hunt for the perfect poopy green and pukey yellow eyeshadows, and I think Melt Cosmetics knocked it out of the park. Their shadows here, specifically this yellow one here, Erode, and then this one here, Rubbish, is like the perfect poopy mustardy brown. I find that these two colors are really hard to find a good formula, a good pigmented formula that will come across as it appears in the pan on your eyes. They killed it with this. This is an outstanding palette. It's just everything about this palette to me is fall. Sorry if I was just blinding you with the damn mirror here. I'm just so excited to be talking about this palette because it's just beautiful. Is it worth $58? I don't know, because if you are just looking for an eyeshadow palette that has pretty browns, pretty bronzes, pretty colors for fall, you can probably find it elsewhere for less money. But this palette is just dreamy. I mean, every shade in here is beautiful. It's easy to work with. Again, specifically those two yellow mustardy type colors are just beautiful, and when I want to go for that type of color on my eyes, I always go for this palette or the next one that I'm going to talk about. So that palette by Melt Cosmetics, and then also their Impulsive palette, which when I first saw it, I also drooled compulsively, but it was very expensive. However, I got this from Sephora. It was on sale for $32, I think, and then prior to filming this, I did look it up and I saw that it was $25 on the Melt Cosmetics website, and it was no longer available on Sephora. So I don't know if that means that they are going to be discontinuing this palette. So I'm telling you right now that if this catches your eye, to pick it up, because it might be going away, and also because the quality of the eyeshadows in here is, again, outstanding. The only thing I don't like about this palette is the setup of it. So I should have showed you before I took those out. So you open it up almost like a book, and then it's got 18 shades in here. They have these little plastic coverings that go over so that when you are shutting your palette, they don't blend. To me, that's just really annoying. I feel like they could have maybe made this a little bit easier to use. This side alone is, I mean, that's fall. If fall could be represented in colors, this is fall. And then this side, you have the cool tones. These blues are a bit dark, and this brownish black here is a bit dark, but for the most part, these actually come off to be very, very light, but they are, to me, they're more like eyeshadow toppers. So I would do like a look, I would use, some of these shades in my crease, in my outer corner to kind of build like the foundation of my look, and then I would top the center of my eyelid with one of these shimmer colors, because they're, I don't want to say that they're duochrome, they're like metallics, but they kind of have a little bit of reflex of, like, some of them have a little bit of red, some of them have a little bit of pink. This purple one here is like a pinky purple. This palette is just outstanding, and the possibilities with this palette, I think, is just out of this world. I love it. This one is very new to me and is my last of the higher end palettes. So this is the Dose of Colors Cutting Edge palette. This just came out this year, like I think maybe a month or two ago. And again, just another palette, there's a brush in there, that to me screams fall. You've got the poopy greens and the pukey mustard yellows and the pop of orange in there. To me, all of these colors are my favorite to work with. I have mentioned before that I love wearing orange in my eyes. I think it's very complementary with my skin tone and my coloring. And again, with this, the way that the colors appear in the pan are the way that they come across on the eyes. I'm actually wearing this palette today. This matte green up here I've got all over my lids, and then this orange and a little bit of this yellow I do have in my crease. This is the first Dose of Color Products eyeshadow product that I've ever tried, and while this was a little bit more expensive, I think it was like $32, I don't regret it one bit. I love every color in here. They're beautiful to work with. The pigmentation is beautiful, and I truly do feel like the colors are unique. Even that orange is like a brown, rusty orange. This yellow here is the perfect poopy yellow, and it comes out on your eyes to be just beautiful. I just love it. Love, love, love it. So if that palette caught your eye, I recommend it. Next up, this one is from Shanna B. I got this from Ipsy, and it is $20. I don't think Shanna B is sold anywhere, so I think it's only available on her website, but I love this palette. I love, love, love it. So I'm actually holding it upside down, but this is the bottom row. These are all mattes. So this is a cream, this is like a light brown, this is a beautiful orange. I probably use this color the most. This is a beautiful brownish, reddish color. And these here are all metallic, so this one is like a cool, like a light white yellow shimmer, and then this one is a perfect rose gold. This is like an olive shimmer, and then this one here is like an orangey bronze shimmer. I just find that the formula here is beautiful, and I think if you are someone who maybe doesn't have as many eyeshadow palettes, that this palette would be ideal for creating mini eyeshadow looks. You're not limited. I think they've got the perfect amount of light shades and dark shades to create a full eye look. You've got a few different shimmers here to choose from. The formula is really good. They're easy to blend with. The pigmentation is beautiful, and it's very affordable. This palette was $20 on their website. Next up, this one from Undone Beauty. So this is their Curator Wet to Dry eyeshadow palette. They've got a few of these. This one specifically is 710 Bare. I don't hear a lot of people talking about Undone Beauty, and I don't understand why, because they're amazing, beautiful. If you are interested in hearing me talk about some of the products that I have from them, I would love to. Let me know, and I can do a whole video specifically in Undone Beauty. But their eyeshadow palettes, I have two. I thought this one would be worthy mentioning for fall because you've got all these beautiful neutral tones to be working with fall. You've got the dark browns, and you've got these beautiful bronzy colors here, this beautiful burgundy red. You've got a few lighter shades here to highlight. These shimmers here are outstanding. I mean, the camera, my lighting is not very good for this video. I do apologize. I will insert swatches here, but the formula is incredible, and that's dry. The only complaint that I would have about this palette is if you are someone like me and you do like to do a lot with your eye looks. I do find myself to feel a little bit limited using this alone. There isn't a huge shade range, especially if you're looking for mattes to build up your crease. So I do usually pull from another palette. However, these metallics here, they're not really metallics, they're more like satin finished shadows, but they work in your crease. They're not super textured. I recommend the brand in general. Their palettes, I believe this is $14. Their brand is sold at some Targets. You can also order directly from their website, or you can order from Amazon. This e.l.f. Bite Size Shadow Palette in the shade Truffles. I have a couple of these, and I do find them to be outstanding quality, especially for $3. However, I've never been able to use one palette for a complete eye look, except for I think I can make this one work. Again, I always like to go all out with my eyes. Like I said, I love doing my makeup, so I very rarely will just use one palette. But if I had to, I could do it with this palette. This silver, it looks like a silver glitter, but it's like a cool taupey silver. And again, you can't beat that $3 price tag, and these tones are perfect for fall. One last eyeshadow product that I do want to mention, I don't know if you've been able to see throughout this video, I am wearing it on my eyelids today on top of the Cutting Edge, that green color, is this single eyeshadow from Pretties for Your Face. I did talk about this brand in my swatching 60 eyeshadow video. If you didn't watch that, go check it out. It is this outstanding green sparkle eyeshadow, and just barely even patting the shade. You can see it there. It's just this beautiful metallic green sparkle shadow. So it's so unique. I don't have anything like it. You barely need to tap your finger in there. I do use my fingers with this. I find that it doesn't work as well with a brush, but I just tapped my finger in there and then put it in the center of my eyelids today. I don't know if it's picking up on camera. It's beautiful, and I'm very excited to be using it come winter, Christmas time, but I think that this is a beautiful shadow. If you're looking for something a bit bolder, a little bit more unique, definitely recommend this shadow. I didn't even tell you the name. It's the shade Brocade from Pretties for Your Face, so I will link it down below, but this shadow is gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, my camera is about to die, so that means that I have probably been talking enough. I hope that you enjoyed everything that I had to share with you today. I would love to know any of your favorite fall products, any skincare, home stuff, smelly stuff, candles, makeup, nail polish, whatever you have to share with me, let me know in the comments down below. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for giving me your time today. I hope you hit that subscribe button so you can come back next time. Until next time, I hope that you have a wonderful day. Okay. There. Is by the brand, I don't know, Double D? Oh, sorry, Darcy and David. So I follow a girl named Holy Schneik. Or on my candle melter, my warm candle, what is that called? Candle warmer.